Hello, folks. It's Sunday night, rather than Monday morning when I'm making this. I'm home from a show, and I just kind of feel like let me go ahead and try and make this update. I have a few things to share. I'll start with the pins. There's a lot to share, and Mauricio Alvarado, as you know, who does Rockin Pins, and I just feel blessed that you send me the pins. I do understand. I think, yeah, I talk about them and it helps. It helps to promote, so I appreciate that. But Mauricio, your workmanship is incredible. Mauricio just sent me a batch of his latest pins, and here are what I can show you. He's done one. This is the logo for the Prog magazine. You folks that like prog music know this magazine. Really nice. Really nice. Here's one. B-52s. How about that? These are so well done, Mauricio. It's like, again, true craftsmanship on these. Another Jethro Tull. Again, I can see Jethro Tull fans wanting to have all of these. This one is for Aqualung. I'm so sorry that I really can't do it justice here with this crap camera that's supposed to autofocus, but it doesn't. See that? It doesn't autofocus. Aqualung. And my favorite of this latest bunch, this one really looks like it was a difficult one to achieve. Gentle Giant's Octopus. This is pretty special. And again, I can't do justice to it. If you can see the texture of the surface, this is really well crafted. It's the octopus from the Gentle Giant album. Octopus. Yeah, right here. That's what it is. It's this. It's the octopus. You really can't see it. It's amazing work. I'm showing it upside down, that's why. Here we go. There it is. You really can't see it, but it's the octopus with the tentacle. That's the thing that's sticking out there. Mauricio, all the best to you, and with success with your business. It appears that you are doing just that. These are fantastic. These are fantastic. Okay, come on. Technical difficulties. I'd love to see one of Opeth. Opeth, that would be cool. Okay, so I got some records, but before I get to that, I want to share that I this evening finally got to meet a VC member who I've been wanting to meet for years. Some of you know who I'm talking about. Musician, singer Henry Dereck. He's with the band Act of Defiance. Before that he was in Scar the Martyr. He's done some other things. Henry is here on YouTube. He has been, still does the vinyl community thing. His band just are in town. I just left the show. I left early. Played a little hole in the wall. I know that they're going to be playing some bigger, better places coming up. But it was just great that he finally came through Omaha and we could finally meet. As I suspected, the closeness that I felt to him through the interactions we've had over the years, we've traded records and everything, is real. You know, when I saw him, you know, he recognized me right away, and we went outside and chatted for a while and hugged. It was really good to meet Henry Dereck. He's got his band Act of Defiance is an excellent metal band. Chris, I forget his last name, who was with Megadeth guitarist, I think is his first name. Bass player from Shadows Fall. I think I got it right. Really good metal band. That was special. That was really good to finally meet Henry. Would like to meet a lot of you folks. Would like to. Okay, so I received another package of music, and This is again from another person who I've interacted with before, and he's sent me music before. And he's a musician. I don't have his CD in front of me, so I'm not sure I can remember to call the name of one of his bands. John Dawson sent me some music. I'm going to look in this box and see if I happen to have it yet. Third of Never. I believe I've got this right. Yeah, Third of Never. Third of Never. The John Dawson sent me some music, and this is the most pleasant package of stuff that he's sent me so far. He sent me vinyl, CDs, reading material. Good heavens, good heavens! You know what I'm saying? The magazine is in the bathroom, so I can't show it to you. But he sent me Mojo magazine, one I didn't have, with Bowie on the cover. He sent me this magazine, which I've never seen before, called Big Up. And it's basically about, it says bass music, contemporary art. And there's several interviews with electronic artists on here. I've only heard of one of these people, and I like electronic music. They also talk about art in here. There's nice art on display here. It gives me ideas for collages. I can't use this art, but it gives me ideas for things to try to find, you know what I mean? A way of creating that look. Thank you, John, so much for just sending me the music. I already had this on vinyl, but CD version of Herbie Hancock's Sextant. You must know Herbie Hancock's music, okay? This was a very wonderful gift. Anthony Phillips, the original guitarist with Genesis, Soft Vivace. And this is apparently a release that was put out for Spanish-speaking countries and people. He's also doing duets with the musician Joji Hirota, who I'm familiar with. And this is lovely. Well, I just love Anthony Phillips composing. He and Tony Banks have a lot to do with why I like Genesis, because of the way that they work with chords and chord voicings and unusual changes in chords. This is really good. Anthony Phillips, thank you. He also sent me, I hope I have everything here, I may not. This was unopened, an ECM classical CD. Andras Schiff, Encores After Beethoven. I have played some of this. This is solo piano. He's doing works by Mozart, Schubert, Haydn, Beethoven. And this is the type of classical music that I don't gravitate to, but it's good to listen to, because much more than a palate cleanser, real classical music like this is a stimulant. It's a mental stimulant. And listening to classical music is good for you. Not all classical music is the same. In this particular, I'd have to get my books out and say what this is. Is this Baroque? But Mozart and Haydn, in particular, music to learn from, okay? Let's see. He also, okay, yeah, here. The other CDs, he sent some, Prague Magazine, when it comes out, they always put out a CD like Mojo Magazine. So he gave me some CDs from some recent issues. I like being able to sample different bands, and this is a good way to do it. I must tell you that, interestingly, as much as my, and here's another one from Mojo, as much as my background is that I say I like prog, there's a lot of modern prog that sounds like a cliche to me. And there's examples of it on these CDs, as well as good bands. I can't call a name right now, but there's good stuff on these, and then there's bands that are kind of like a commercial, prepackaged idea of what prog is supposed to be. And when I hear that, I mean, that just turns me off right away. Good stuff on here, and then one of these has a King Crimson track, Easy Money, an alternate take. Very nice, John, thank you. And then the best CD that he sent me, and I'm just really pleased that you sent this to me. John had been talking about wanting to get the box set, which apparently he did. Achim Reichel, AR and Machines. Achim Reichel is a German musician. He was a pop star apparently at one time. He was in a band called the Rattles, who were considered the German Beatles. I think after he did that, he became a TV star for a while. And then he made some really collectible space rock, krautrock albums. I have one, which I've shown, Echo, and then I used to own this on vinyl and sold it, The Green Journey. And so I really appreciate that you sent me this really wonderful CD issue of it that comes with a DVD. I haven't even watched the DVD yet. Been so busy, haven't had a chance to get to it yet. But this is just really excellent. Achim Reichel and Machines, special, wonderful package here of The Green Room. Classic space rock, krautrock, whatever you want to call it. If you know about Faust and Can and Tangerine Dream and that sort of thing, and Neu, know about Achim Reichel, AR and Machines. Hope you can understand it well enough to look it up. And he sent me a video. Thank you, John. Very kind of you. Return to Forever returns live at Montreux. Great performance. Great performance. Luckily, I got to see the original Return to Forever first time around. And after the show, I got to go and have a beer with Lenny White and Al Di Meola. It was very nice, wonderful memory. Years later, I got to meet Chick Corea and spent time with him backstage conversing about music that he was surprised I knew about. I love doing that. Never met Stanley Clarke. Oh, he also sent me this vinyl, the Moon Duo on what is this label? I've tried to like this label, and I bought stuff and I've ended up selling it. But this is pretty cool, Shadow of the Sun. What we have here is a band that's psychedelic that's doing a throwback. This is such a throwback to the music of my childhood, the 60s. You know, lo-fi sounding, chugga chugga chugga, organ. I mean, I think of everything from the Sir Douglas Quintet to the 13th Floor Elevators when I hear this. I do like this. I do like this. It's enjoyable. Shadow of the Sun. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I could talk a long time, but I'm going to keep it short here. I'll share one more thing that I have. I played another show recently, solo show, and shared the night with one of the bands on this four-way split. Phantom Frequencies featuring music by the Army of 2600. That's who I played the show. They were on the show with me. Army of 2600 is the artist on here I want to shine a light on. He's out of Omaha. He's been doing this for years. He makes music with Atari video games and nothing else. No keyboards, nothing. He has figured out how to make beats and to program music using old Atari games, controllers, and the actual games. This is the second time I've played a show with him, and it's really good stuff. And this is an entertaining CD. I don't think it's available except at the shows, but he shares it with another band called Amakian, Non-Occupants, and Kubatsu Asparagus. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you for the feedback on my piece of music that I just uploaded. It's a groove, you know. It's like, you know, this is how it came about. This will be fun. The other day I was listening to, is it still out? Come on, is it still out? Yeah. I was listening to Tame Impala, Lonerism. And they have that track on here, Elephant, that has the old boogie beat, like T-Rex. Well, that's what got me going. That's what got me to, I was digging the beat, and I hadn't, you know, done anything with that beat, you know, ever. Of course, it's in my DNA, because I played it forever. And there you have what it is so far. We'll see what else happens with it. But, yeah. Folks, it's good to hear from everyone. You know, it's good to hear from you. Oh, just again, Mr. Hall of Fame. I just had your name and then it escaped me again. It's good to hear from you. I gotta check in and watch some of your more recent videos. This is a privilege, and it's a pleasure to share these aspects of my life with you. Someone had commented about the poster behind me. I didn't have that made. That's a magazine cover that I was on about 4 years ago here in Omaha, and they gave me a blow up of it. So that's what that is. I didn't have that made. All right, people.